For sports updates across the globe, Aaron Akirjola is here with us. Great to have you, Aaron. How are you? Morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Ayo. Good morning to you, Vimbai. All right. Let's get straight into it. And let's start it off from the Africa Cup of Nations.
Of course.
I'm telling you, Rufai, this Nations Cup is throwing huge curveballs at people, especially for the big names. That answers the question that we actually, although first of all, the Teranga Lions, the defending champions, yesterday roared to a massive victory. 3-0 is how we actually ended for the Teranga Lions. But save that, it's been banana peels after banana peels after banana peels. Now we've seen the likes of Egypt, Algeria yesterday, of course, against Angola. Algeria took the lead, early lead, but Angola rolled back and it ended 1-1. And that has been the trend in this particular Cup of Nations. We've seen some of the big teams actually fluffing the line, or maybe the minnows are rising to the occasion. So whatever the case may be, you can actually see that it is not as easy as expected. Of course, Cameroon also drew yesterday, and we would have expected that Cameroon would draw, but it is what it is. That's the level of tournament we're actually facing this time around. So only 3 teams have won. After 9 games have been played, only 3 teams have won. Away from that, we know that the Black Stars of Ghana did lose to Cabo Verde 2 days ago. And one fan decided to take out his frustration on Chris Hughton, the coach of the side. He went to the team hotel and tried to attack the coach. Of course, he got arrested ultimately. But that's the passion we get to see. We're not condoning this reckless behavior, but it only pertains to one thing and another. First being that security needs to be tightened up in some of these hotels, because how did the fan actually get in to try to assault the coach there? Then secondly, African football is all about passion. So those foreign players that have actually come home to play should understand that passion rules football on the continent, and they need to give it their all. Because like we've actually said, the trend is actually going on. Most teams are not winning, especially the big weeks. So let's take it from there. And one particular award actually happened yesterday, causing a huge controversy. Lionel Messi picking up FIFA Best, the best player on the continent again. And of course, he's going on to set trends, and people are asking questions because they can actually see it. They've decided to extend it, his days at Paris Saint-Germain, what he did in 2022. With the RB Celeste of Argentina and Inter Miami. So you look at all that. They said that he scored 65 games, he scored 49 goals. And I'm saying, how can you be awarding a player for what he did in 2022? Now, to even make the controversy even more crucial and even more worrying is the fact that he actually tied in points with Erling Haaland of Manchester City. 48-48 was the tally at the end of the day. And they decided that the tiebreaker will be the number of points and the number of votes Lionel Messi got from the captains of the team. And that's what they used as the tiebreaker. Why didn't you use the number of points or tally you got from the coaches, which Erling Haaland actually got? Or probably what the media actually voted, which Erling Haaland actually probably got. You look at that and you begin to ask the question, what is going on here? Are they trying to ensure that we understand that there is one irrefutable and undisputable GOAT in the game of football? I don't know.
It looks like that.
Which is, if you'd ask me, which is almost rubbishing everything that has to do with individual awards, because individual awards should be based on individual performances, not a popularity contest. Quickly, Anthony Joshua finally will be hitting the ring, what they are calling the knockout chaos. 8th of March in Riyadh, in the Kingdom Arena, Anthony Joshua will be going face to face with the freak of nature, Francis Ngannou, literal freak of nature. Tyson Fury got a stick from this man, and right now Ngannou got 10 million from the fight against Tyson Fury. He's going to be pocketing 20 million, while the guaranteed purse for Anthony Joshua is 50 million, without factoring the monies that will come in for pay-per-view. So this is this is the guaranteed purse that both of them will be getting, 20 million, which is the biggest payday biggest payday by a long shot for Francis Ngannou. So Ngannou is really having it on right now for getting 10 million against Tyson Fury, now 20 million. And when you put the numbers for pay-per-view, all right, finally, Undiko Dizo, of course they call him the Duke, has been speaking. Okay, first of all, Naomi Osaka actually crashed out of the Aussie Open. Unfortunately, after coming back from the whole maternity thing, she actually crashed out. And she's saying, I'm definitely thinking of playing in Dubai, in the Wales, Miami, Charleston, and then probably a full clay season. So she's trying to get her strides on. We wish her all the best. And finally, Undiko Dizo, still in tennis, is saying that the politics of the game here in Nigeria has stopped him from giving so much back to the sport that actually made him famous, because he actually literally moved from a ball boy to one of the most known players and one of the more known athletes when it comes to tennis here in Africa.
A big indictment as regards the politics of the sport. The politics of the
but
sport.
It's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
Aaron, the way we play it here, we play illogical, mad sports politics. That's what we play here. See, politics played in other parts of the world, largely developmental, largely interest-based. But here, you don't know why people are just mad.
But Rufai, if you want to actually make an impact, you have to be mad also.
No, see, yeah, so mad
because would you say because there is madness everywhere, you decide to just become a streaky violet? The answer is no.
Hang on a minute. There's a difference between Wiri Alasho, and making a difference. You know, the case here is just pure case of Wiri Alasho.
What's Wiri Alasho?
Wiri Alasho means a madman that at least that has gone off close.
You need to get your hands into the mall and get dirty also.
And let me tell you, it's not a case of getting dirty. Except we make our sports administration fit for purpose, where sensible people can come in, then forget it. Okay, let me give you an example of madness. As regards what happened to our kids going to the Olympics. You, Aaron, we're constantly talking about a particular minister.
Agreed.
You know how that minister became a stumbling block to sport. You know how that minister said, because I will not. Hang on a minute. Let me finish.
I think the kids are still talking. Just by the way, I think so.
By the way, you know how a particular minister said, if I will not get my way, then we disband all the female basketball teams. You know it.
We need to go.
Don't shy away from it.
But FIFA's best awards, in the words of someone, the awards are getting messy. But do you think, I was going to actually mention, because the awards are determined by national team coaches, captains, journalists and fans. Do you think it's the personality of Messi, perhaps, that
it's the popularity?
Well, no, not just
popularity. It's more of a popularity award than personality. Because Lionel Messi, in the 2023 year in view, and if you were to dial back to 2022, Lionel Messi did not move mountains. Lionel Messi arguably is not in the top 20
what I'm saying, because
in the world.
The people who voted for him are some of his colleagues, people who've worked with him, people who know him personally. I feel that, because I've heard a lot about him.
There are talks that Liverpool players, I mean, the captain of Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk, and some Liverpool people, in a way to stick it into Erling Haaland and what has been happening with Manchester City and the rivalry between both teams,
that's what I'm saying,
have decided. So now it should be it should not be popularity, it should be based on merit and what you do.
Very quickly, women's ministry, Naomi Osaka, that's a story that stuck out to me. I really feel her pain because Serena Williams went through the exact same thing. And, you know, hopefully she will bounce back. But, I mean, gosh, I'm also postpartum. And I'm not trying to play any athletic sports, but it's so difficult. It's so hard. I wonder how we can level the playing field in sport.
I don't know why they go through it in the first place. Because it's difficult, first of all, to be a woman in sports.
But Kim Clijsters didn't go through it.
So now that's the point. That Kim Clijsters, Kim Clijsters is one of those that is the exception to the general rule.
Freak of nature.
Yes, because Clijsters did it, and I salute her for that. But several others have tried it because you know how your body, how the human anatomy changes when you actually give birth, literally. But they've decided to do it, and there are so many of them doing it.
And
wish them all the best.
Excelling at it,
but not necessarily.
But some do.
I think some have more. There There are more failures than
successes.
success.
We'll figure it out.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
we are superhuman after all, aren't we? Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah.